Are you wondering when in the world Breath of the Wild 2 is going to release? Well, let me be the Zelda tuber that's 100% transparent and honest with you and completely shatters your hopes and dreams for a 2020 release. In this week's video, we're going to discuss why the release date for Breath of the Wild 2 is still a long ways away from being completed and why I think that we won't see the sequel for quite some time still. Let's get started. Hey, what's up? Derek from Zelda Theory here, and on this channel sometimes I create Zelda theory videos and other times I make discussion videos just like the one you're watching right now. So if you're new here, be sure to subscribe for any and all things Zelda every single week. Love to have you. So we all know that because of the E3 trailer last year of the sequel of Breath of the Wild, there has been endless hype and speculation on the release of the game. I mean, just look at the videos that I've made recently. Breath of the Wild 2 has become one of the most highly anticipated upcoming games for the Switch, mostly because of the original's success and how literally it changed the Zelda series forever. Open world exploration in a Zelda game? Yeah, right. Yeah, I was surprised too. However, to the dissatisfaction of all Zelda fans, Link in Zelda's newest adventure is still pretty far off, even though it has been confirmed to be utilizing the same graphic engine, the same map, and the same overall gaming scheme. And here's a couple reasons why. Now, according to certain reports, the earnings call saw Nintendo discussing its plans for 2020, sharing with certain investors what releases will be making their way to the Nintendo Switch during the fiscal year, which ends during March of 2021. A number of high-profile names were mentioned in the call, including Animal Crossing, Xenoblade Chronicles, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Pokemon Sword and Shield. However, Breath of the Wild 2 wasn't one of them. Its absence seems to indicate that the players won't be getting a hold of the game until next year or beyond, meaning the popular franchise will be on the back burner for a time being. It is worth mentioning, however, that a number of big games didn't make it into the earnings call, including Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4. While this could likely mean that Nintendo is taking something of a break this year, especially with everything going on like the COVID-19 situation, pandemic, likely ruining a lot of the company's plans, it could also mean that the earnings call wasn't highlighting games that are yet to receive firm release dates. While it's not worth relying on that possibility being entirely true, it does seem rather odd that Nintendo has such a clean slate of games going into the fall. Now, if you haven't been watching my videos and you're not really acquainted with the sequel, Breath of the Wild 2, according to developers, appears to be taking the series down a much darker path than its relatively light-hearted predecessor. That is subjective because I do think in a way the original was pretty dark. Leaks have claimed that the game will play around with some brand new ideas within the same map of Breath of the Wild, with the players supposedly clearing the map out of Ganon's corruption through the aid of some innovative mechanics. I'm kind of hoping it'll break new ground in a similar way to the excellent prequel. Now, with all this being said, I'd like to point out something else here. As far as the release date goes, we have to consider that it's Nintendo, and just because they are using the same engine, the same map, character models, yada yada yada, that doesn't actually necessarily mean that we will be getting this game sooner than later. While this will indeed speed up the development time of the sequel, Nintendo still has to find a way to make the game feel new while paying their respects to what they created in the prequel. Breath of the Wild changed the series for the better, in my personal opinion. I think we can all agree here that the Zelda series really hasn't changed much since the original release, all the way back whenever it released. I think it was like 1996 or something. It's really been like the same old recycled concept over and over again, if you think about it. While bringing back certain elements to Breath of the Wild 2 would be a wise idea, I personally love the open world exploration gameplay route that Nintendo decided to go with. So my personal theory on the release date, late 2021, and that's a big maybe. Please, Nintendo, if you are watching this, take your time. Make me a Zelda game that is dark, emotional, and gives me chills every second I play it. Much like the original Breath of the Wild did, but in a more different kind of way. I don't know if that makes sense. While I'm super anxious, like you, my fellow Zelda fans, to get my hands on this game and sink endless hours into it yet again, the release date is still a couple years away, and I am truly 100% okay with this. Now, if you like this video and you want to see more Breath of the Wild 2 videos or Zelda videos in general, click on either of the videos popping up on the screen now. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. Be the light in someone's life. And remember, it's dangerous to go alone. I hope to talk to you guys very soon.